Hello! SimTheWorld with another update from Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. On today's video, we'll be taking a deeper look into the fixing of the suspension of a vehicle. We may even try to upgrade our garage to the next big tier. Sit back and relax as we continue our way up towards building the next top garage. Last video, we got into a few jobs taking care of brakes, while also unlocking a couple new skills. Today, we want to keep that pace going as we tackle one of the tougher jobs in the game, replacing the suspension. Here we have Plymouth Roadrunner, one of the DLCs of the game, and if we take a look at the car status, we see we need to replace the inner tie rod, sway bar, steering rack, and another tie rod. So, let's get started by throwing this thing up on the lifter. Now to get at the suspension, we'll want this up in the air. Now with it in the air, let's take a look. We want to buy the parts we need. Go ahead and make the purchase. So we need 2 inner tie rods, a steering rack, and we need a sway bar. I believe we need the sway bar front end link B. Let me just confirm that real quick. And we are correct. Once these part lists start getting longer, you almost need to start writing these down. Alright, so let's take a look at which parts need replaced. Already you can see by the rust we know this side's going to have to come off. And to confirm, you can see listed in red, we have the tie rod, sway bar link B, steering rack, and the other tie rod. So to get at these, we're going to have to take off both front tires. Why don't we get that done now? And with that, we want to take off the outer tie rods, and then the inner tie rod. To get at the steering rack, we'll want to take off the same on the opposite side. I would imagine if you were to get this replaced in real life, you would want to just replace those outer tie rods too. But this game will just replace what they need. Let's put on the steering rack, the inner tie rod, and the outer tie rod. And we're going to jump on the other side and replace the same. Those in, you can also remove the sway bar front end link B and swap that in for a better part. And before we put the tires back on, let's confirm that we've checked off everything on the list. As we can see, we have green check marks, so the job is complete. Now all that's left to do is to put the tire back on. And finally, one more. And with that, the suspension job is complete. That wasn't too bad, folks, was it? With that, let's check out our next job. Ooh, we have another story mode job. Let's take a look at this. Car looks in good condition for the most part. Let's see what it says. Hey, I'm Roadmaster1234. That's what they call me on the internet. I'm a master behind the steering wheel, in games. Now I got a real machine, and I'll show those disbelievers what I can do on the real road. So please do something with these rims, because they slow me down. Oh, and I think something's not right with the engine. It's making a strange banging noise. Take care. So, we have a list of parts. Looks like 9 in total that we need replaced. Luckily, for us, they already told us that we need to replace the rims. Why don't we start with that? Seems like the easy task at hand. With the car up, we're going to pop the tires off. And with that, we've got all the tires off. So we'll want to come over here and pull them apart. As we can see, it's the rims that we need to replace, as the standard tire B is in great condition. That's true for all 4 tires. Why don't we separate these? And with the last tire coming off the changer, want to pick that up, and we'll want to go buy some new rims. As we start to expand the garage, we'll be able to repair some of these parts. As you saw, those rims were only 20% damage. We'll be able to go in and start repairing those in the future. But for now, we need to buy our new rims. If I recall, we'll need the classic. Here's classic 06, and bump that up to 17, and we'll need all 4. Splendid. Those purchased, we can come over here to the tire changer, where we'll install the new rims. Let us not forget that we'll also have to throw these tires on the balancer. It's easy to forget, and it won't let you complete the job without having done so.
One eternity later.
And with that, the last tires came off the balancer. Boy, that took some time. Let's get these tires on the car so we can be done with this process. Unfortunately, this won't be it for this job. We'll need to go in the engine and see what's making all the noise. And one last tire to put on. Do it from afar this time. We've got long arms. And with that, we can lower the car. Check the status. As we see, we've completed 4 of the 9 tasks. Now we just need to figure out what's left to do. So as we come into the engine, not seeing any serious rust on the coils, but I am seeing some rust over here. Let's take off the belt tensioner and the serpentine belt. Oh, did you catch that? Both serpentine belts were 10 and 12%. Already, we found 4 more of the 9. We're almost done. Do a little more digging around here. See if we can't find anything that looks like it needs to be replaced. That looks a little rusty. to take off the fan housing. There it is, the radiator fan housing fan. With that, we found all 5. That was just a lucky guess. Sometimes you can tell with the plastic parts, because you'll see a little more gray and white. You'll also see that on the brake pads when the part's not in great condition. So we'll need serpentine belt A and B, the idle roller A, belt tensioner, and the fan housing fan. Let's go ahead and purchase those. Come back to our main parts. Let's get the serpentine belts. As you can see, there are a lot of belts because there are a lot of different cars. This game is great at giving us a variety of parts, so it doesn't all feel the same. Need an idle roller, A of course. Belt tensioner. And finally, a radiator fan housing fan. And with that, we should be ready to put the parts together. Let's jump back into the engine bay. And here we are. Let's put the fan in place. That's taken care of. You can see here some of what I was talking about with the lower condition gray parts. You can see the black and the lighter gray. As it starts to wear out, the condition drops. It's a quick and easy way, similar to the rust that you see on other parts. Let's continue by getting the belts on. And finally the belt tensioner. And with that, we should be complete. So, Roadmaster 1234, your car is complete. I wonder if he's playing Car Racing Simulator. We'll have to check online to find out. But now, he can get back out on the road. And with that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, like PC Builder Simulator coming soon, as well as follow on Twitch as I stream 3 days a week. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.